Okay, we're live. Welcome to everybody that are watching the stream. Today we have a special guest, Joker, one of the best traders out there, a personal friend of mine, an amazing person. Make sure to check out his social media. It's below the description. You can check it there.
Thank you, brother, and hello to everybody. And Nikola, I want to thank you for inviting me tonight. And guys, please like and share the video and also subscribe to the channel because you will find a lot of valuable information inside. And yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Can everybody type in the chat? Is everything okay with the voice? How do you hear us?
All good. Okay.
Oh, good. So, yeah, brother, it's a pleasure to have you here. We have collaborated multiple times in the past. So, I think we're gonna have a very nice discussion tonight. We're gonna go through BTC, if what's going on with the DXY, because it's an interesting situation over there. We're also gonna discuss about S&P. We're gonna make a summary, some projections, and also we're gonna make a Q&A by the end of it. So, if you have any question, guys, type in the chat. We're gonna answer it by the end. So let's begin, brother. If you want,
Okay.
I'm showing your screen. So if you want, you can start talking about what do you see in the Bitcoin chart at the moment.
Yeah, okay, so first of all, we should focus on the context, I think, because we are in a downtrend, and here we have formed a big range. We had multiple deviations at the highs, at the lows, again above value area high, and now what I'm seeing is that we are trying to get acceptance back into the range. We are backtesting the value area high as resistance now. So it will be interesting to see what's going to happen here at that level. We also have a walkout Elliott wave count here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think about the fourth wave? Do you think it's already in?
Yeah, I was thinking about it today because, to be honest with you, today I got caught not a little bit of guard, but I was thinking that we're gonna have some kind of a rotation play inside the previous day value area. So I was not expecting this kind of move by BTC. It caught me off guard. I mean, when I'm wrong, I'm more than happy to admit it. Nobody is 100% right all the time.
Yeah,
So
sure.
at the moment, is the fourth wave in? To be honest with you, I would say no, and the reason for this is that it was too short of a time frame. So if you take a look how many days it took from the second to the third, it was almost like a month. So for the fourth wave to be playing out in a few days, it just it's not the most logical thing in my opinion. But markets are not always logical, and not always things are gonna be picture perfect. But at the moment, as you mentioned, we're kind of backtesting the value area high. We're also at a very, very key level. So
Yeah, I'm watching this area right now, and I have that idea for, let me show you, A, B, C, and D for the final fourth wave here, and then maybe we can see a nice pump to the upside, taking the liquidity of that high here. So that's my idea for here. And also the FIB times are good. As you can see, we can have the C around the end of the month, and then maybe a rotation to the previous range right here. So basically, that's my idea for the Wacko Elliott wave count. To be honest, I want this high to be taken out. It just don't seem quite nice. Like here, I want to take the high. More locally, we are now at the previous range POC together with the weekly NPOC. I think we're gonna see higher. Maybe that zone or even that here. So locally, yeah, that's my thoughts. Something else to add? Yeah, that's my Elliott wave idea, more macro idea. And as I said, I'm waiting for this high to be taken out, and then rotation to the lows again, and maybe a new low.
Yeah, because
But you're way better than me at Elliott wave, so maybe you can say something more about it.
yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a dive.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a little bit of the context. Over here, at this section, I want to point out something. It's about open interest, so let me just hide most of the things. So before this breakdown, over here, when we had a nice CCV setup over here, I'm pretty sure you remember this moment. So over here we had this huge rise in the open interest, and also from here, pretty much to the CCV play, we had a nice increase of almost 100 million in open interest, and pretty much now we have stopped out everybody, because you see from here 460 to here 550, 90 million, and from here to here it's another 90 million. So we have to take a look at that. This could be a turning point as well. I mean, it's not impossible that we just reject from here.
Yeah, it's possible, but to be honest, I want to see higher prices.
Yeah, judging by today's move, that's the most logical thing. About ABCD, I'm having a similar scenario, but it's a little bit different. It's a little bit modified, to be honest with you. So it's looking like this, from here down to here, and then to the daily below. It's looking like this. Essentially, it could be even the next point of control.
Yeah, it's almost the same, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you think the wave, the C wave, is already in here?
Well,
the C point.
Let me just see what I have. So you mean on the macro time frame?
No. Here the ABCD, as you show it.
Okay. Well, yes, because what I didn't like, if you take the FIB from here, if you take the A from here to here, from time perspective, it's a little bit wrong. I mean, it's not picture perfect. Because if we view it like this, see, it's a little different. But if I pull it from here down to here, it's almost perfect, like almost. So yeah, that's the reason I was viewing it as already having the C in. But I'm pretty sure that if the C is in,
that will be very easy short. I think, for
Yeah,
most of the people.
yeah. Like that's one of the things. It's like very very easy trade. And you know, from what we know about BTC doesn't allow most people to take the easy trades.
Mm-hmm.
But about the Elliott wave, so let me just see. So essentially, yeah, this triple zigzag is still in play, and potentially this B wave could be coming even up here. So essentially, as you mentioned, to come at a high, and then take the high, make everybody bullish something. And if we have price action coming back into the range, essentially something like this, then we can be viewing this as B.
Yeah. Something like a failed auction type of move,
Yeah.
then back into the range again.
One of the things that I did like about this is that if we have the one-to-one over here, and then the C comes to the one-to-one, it's gonna front run everybody that are waiting for below 14k essentially. And pretty much the invalidation of the triple zigzag and potentially waiting for targets over here is if we reclaim 32,400, which is, we still have a lot of work to do to get over here. I mean, I know a lot of people are being bullish right now, but essentially, I think the most
But why? Why they are bullish, bro?
Well,
we are still in that bigger range.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed.
Yeah, and essentially, like, we had this deviation, why not have another one here? It's the most logical thing when you think about it. Let me just see. Yeah, about discount, what was interesting for me is that the one-to-one from here to here, and if we're looking into this, if we're viewing this as B wave, and essentially if we don't have this bullish Elliott wave, so essentially if we are not looking for this, if this doesn't happen, most likely we're having the B over here because the one-to-one FIP approves it. Like, from time perspective, it's approved.
Yeah.
So this has my thoughts. And also what was very interesting for me was this level exactly, like the 382, and yeah, so this, if we have the fixed range from the 47k, the point of control is coming exactly at this 382. So essentially something.
Yeah, also we do have a CME gap there, slightly below 20k.
Slightly below 20k. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Also, it's a psychological level, so I believe if the price comes below 20k, we're gonna see posts by the baboon Carol, and stuff like this. Bitcoin is falling below 20k, we're having a breakdown, etc. We're gonna see all these shorts coming in. We're very familiar with this story. We have played this game multiple times. We know the game. We just know the game. We know how to play.
Definitely, bro.
So yeah, overall, like, locally, this is like the most interesting thing for me. And also, what is interesting as well is the naked pivots. Let me just fix that. So essentially, at the moment, we're having a monthly naked pivots, which are down here. So, price, they act as a magnet. So essentially, why not come up here, take this pivot, 23,200, and then come back for them. And essentially, the ABCD you're showing, it can end up over here as well.
Yeah, exactly there. Exactly. We also have the golden poker there, exactly there. From the local high to the local low, we have exactly the golden pocket there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a naked session point of control. So these are the type of confluences we love to trade.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, for the past 48 hours, actually for the past 30 hours or something like this, the CVD has been very misguiding. What I noticed, it's been trapping shorts most of the times. That's what I noticed for since the move at yesterday London Open.
Can you show it?
Yeah.
There was again a very big short squeeze. And very big drop of the open interest.
Yeah. So let me just see. So essentially here, so that's the first thing, okay? So from here to here, we're having a bearish CVD and we're having a move up, essentially stopping the first shorts that came because of the CVD. Then we're having the drop in the news. Then over here, we're having a bearish CVD again. And we were forming a local bullish CVD as well. So if we look at it from here to down here, we were having this local bullish CVD. And then as price was like this, you can see it was getting like pretty heavy bearish absorption. So at this point of time, I think we had like 12 or 13 million of absorption. And essentially, I believe a lot of people were looking at this and that's why it didn't work. And then we just squeezed them all. And over here as well, we were testing the golden pocket. You can see from here to here, the golden pocket, and we had a bearish CVD. And then we stopped out these shorts as well. So that's something that I noticed. But
have you checked the last move up?
The last
where
move
we
up?
did the SFP. We have like many longs exactly at the top.
Yeah, like that's a lot. That's a lot. Like, and they're right on top of the candle. As I can see.
Banking balances exactly at the top.
Yeah, even if I move to 20 ticks, it's still a lot. Yeah, about this, by the way, like super locally, I'm looking at this. I'm looking in this this parallel channel. Essentially, like we have a nice high, we have a nice low. Essentially, here we respected the midline, so I kind of expected this to be like a continued range. Essentially, just trade the range until it breaks, because we already had a very nice move up. Like that's a very impulsive move, and most of the times when we have a nice impulse, then we range for kind of while. So potentially this range could be traded maybe until the end of the week, probably.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
It's possible.
And you know, we know the next level to the upside. What was it? 23,300?
23,200, 300, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
it's like a zone, you know. It's not the exact dollar, but it's a zone. And then we have 23,800, again a zone. Yeah.
And by the way, I wanted to ask you, because I was viewing this on ExoWeb, and what I noticed is that this high doesn't have a selling tail. So essentially, when I looked into it, the desktop app, we had a selling tail.
There's a difference. There's a difference. I don't know why, but there is a difference between the web version and the desktop.
Do you know if they will fix it or not?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
We should
ask. Yeah, we should ask.
But
I don't know which one is the right the web version or the desktop one?
Yeah, it's hard to say, to be honest with you. It's, in my opinion, I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have this thing locally, and by the way, what you guys need to be aware of, if we don't have a reaction this range low, essentially the next point of support is 2% down, something like this. Essentially the previous day value high.
You should point out that we also have the view up exactly coming at the bottom of the range.
Oh yeah. That's nice. Yep, and also by the way, there we have a naked Chinese pivot. Yep. There we go. So that's a good confluence.
Mhm.
Do you have anything to add about BTC?
No, I don't think so, bro. I think we
Okay.
know the levels to the upside, we know the levels to the downside, so trade it level to level.
Yep.
And that's
Absolutely.
it.
That's all we need. We
Yeah.
never really cared if BTC is 100k or 5k, doesn't matter. So we're not biased towards price. We see things as they are, and that's the best way about trading. That's the best thing about trading. Like, you don't really care
Definitely.
if something goes up or
Yeah,
down.
definitely, bro.
So yeah, that's it about BTC. If you want, you can show your chart on if, so we can continue with it.
Yeah, maybe we should check DXY first, I think, because
Okay,
there are few things to
let's take a look
cover.
at DXY. I'm showing your chart, so if you want, you can go first.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So basically, we did a nice move down and took this low, and we had a very nice reaction after that. And now, locally, as you can see, we did again swing failure pattern yesterday, took that low, and the interesting thing now is that we managed to broke above this weekly and this high, and we even backtested it perfectly. So my opinion is that we can see DXY pumping to around this area here, to that daily, and maybe even higher, maybe even higher. I'm locally bullish for DXY, to be honest. With this back test of the weekly, it looks pretty nice. Also, I can show you this one. We printed a green dot on weekly, and also VWAP is pointing up. Money flow is in green, so maybe we can have a rally here for DXY. Keep that in mind. Do you have any ideas for DXY?
Yeah, I was viewing a few things. So the first thing that I was looking for DXY. So essentially, as you said, that you're being locally bullish, and I believe that there are many reasons for this to happen. So the first thing, we took the major liquidity, and we know that over here when we were breaking it, a lot of people were like,
Super bearish.
yeah. So after this, we actually created a support, which hasn't happened for a while. We created a support, and we also broke out the trend line, which was, I believe it was this one. Yep, I think it was something like this. And before we broke it out, essentially we had this range over here, and at the same time when we were range bound, first we bounce off the 382, then we'll make a swing for the pattern of this, and then we pump. But essentially, from like not so local perspective, if we have to look at elite waves, in my opinion, probably the most probable elite wave scenario is, let me just take a look, which one was it? So yeah, I believe like this elite wave, let me just show you what I mean by that. This elite wave on the very high time frame, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have to come up for the 5.
Yeah, I have exactly the same.
Yeah, yeah. And like locally, this seems to me like the 5th wave because of the psychology of the market participants. And like super locally, it looks like this, like first, second, doing an ABC, and now we're gonna be heading for the 3rd wave in my opinion. And if this actually happens, there's gonna be a lot of weight which is gonna be put on BTC, ES, so that's important thing to be aware of. And as you said, up to this area, we're currently at an empty space, because from here all the way up to here we have absolutely nothing. So that's my thoughts about it. And essentially the invalidation of the breakout in my opinion will be coming inside this previous range. So coming below 103.7, this would be the invalidation of going higher.
I agree with you.
But that's it for DXY. You know, we like simple
Yes,
things.
yeah.
So I believe it's a very simple concept at the moment. Not much to add.
Yeah, I guess we can look at SPX next.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. So, if you want, I'll share my thoughts about it.
Yeah, you go.
Okay. So, quick summary of I would say the past 10 days. So over here, we had this golden pocket, high to low, low to high. Over here, we kind of bounce, then we see the swing failure pattern, we pump. Over here, we were rejecting a daily level, coming back inside this area. Over here, we had the previous day point of control and also the golden pocket, and we created the daily level from over here. So we pump where to the daily level created from here, we come down to where, to the kind of a bottom of this pitchfork, which I like, which is using this this ratio. And the thing that I liked most about this pitchfork was when we rejected this area. So essentially this was hardly to be traded until we come back into the range lows. So by range lows I mean over here this part. So until then it was hard to say if this is the bottom of the pitchfork or not. But then we come inside, we kind of back test it, we pump, and this happened yesterday. So it was a very, very technical confluence over here, the value area high, the top of the pitchfork. And also we're having this zone over here, which is taken from these blocks, rejection, rejection, same thing. Then we came down to the weekly open, the middle of the pitchfork, and the golden pocket as well. So this was a very nice area of confluence. And we went up to the golden pocket as well. So essentially, maybe people can trade only from the golden pocket, no other technical levels or anything. So yeah, I think it's been very technical lately. But essentially, the thing that I don't like, to be honest with you, is like we're having high, 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 and they're kind of equal. So none of them is taken. They're just sitting as liquidity. That's one.
So you expect another move up, taking the liquidity first?
If DXY comes below this level, then yeah. If DXY comes below 103.7, then definitely I would be looking into taking these highs, to be honest with you. But
is this going to affect your Elliott wave count on DXY?
Yeah. But it's gonna affect the local one. So essentially, if it doesn't play out like this, so essentially, if it could be something along the lines with this. something like this. And coming to the weekly support to test it, and let's see. Yeah, golden pocket. Yeah, so if we come below this level, probably this count is still gonna be looking like this. But even if it invalidates, like even if that's a failed breakout, let me put it this way: if this is a failed breakout and we come back, it's not gonna affect the way I view things about the XY. I'm still gonna be bullish on it because of this low. The invalidation would be coming below this low.
Okay. Also, we do have PUC range PUC at that level. If you check the futures, exactly there.
Yeah, so it's a very nice confluence.
Mm.
And it's based off 3 different levels. So essentially mathematics, horizontal, and a volume. This makes a very nice confluence for it. But what's your thoughts about ES?
I'm kinda in the middle for now, 50-50. Yeah, basically I want to take this level here, this zone, and then to have a bigger correction, something like that. But yeah, it's like another ABCD kind of pattern, something like that. So we can check the time. Yeah. So something like that. I still expect lower for SPX. Like this zone, I'm looking at this zone for like 1 year or so. So I think we may have a pump here and then a very big drop to the downside. I don't have thoughts locally because I don't trade it, and I'm only look at in higher time frame levels. So this is what I'm looking for: another push up to this zone, taking the liquidity at that high, and then a final drop to the downside.
Yeah, that's the thing that makes most sense. And also, as we have spoken with you in private, that make everybody super bullish in Q1 and then get them wrecked in Q2 and Q3. And essentially your FIB time is pointing, I believe it was the 1st of April or like the first week of April, I believe.
No, it's like the end of April, I think. Maybe let me check again. Check. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's the first week of April. Yep. Exactly.
So that makes perfect sense. So essentially the first quarter, like January, February, March, have a little bit of upside and then get them wrecked. This is the thing that's like most logical about it. And also, even if we don't make it down to 3200, we can essentially have the whole year, this whole year, fully range bound for ES. It has happened multiple times in the past, and why not to happen again? Like even if we don't come below 3200, I believe we're gonna see levels like 3700 again.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. We made a little support right here. So as you said, we may have a range. But my favorite scenario is to take this high, hit that zone with the PUC from the Corona low, and then drop. I believe at that point of time, Bitcoin is going to be like 25K. So that fifth way should be put in, and it will be a nice confluence for a very nice swing short.
Yeah, absolutely. And if this happens, you know, if we're gonna fill out our short position over there, they could be staying maybe for a few months. You know, it's not gonna be a few days, not gonna be a few weeks. These are trades that can be held months. You know, if this is what's gonna happen, if this is gonna be the swing short, because
Mm-hmm.
as you pointed out, like 3,200, if we're gonna come down to that level, it's gonna take maybe at least 7 to 12 weeks.
Yeah,
That's
maybe the end of the year, maybe something like
yes,
that.
yeah. So yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. You know, I have the same thoughts about ES, so there is nothing to me to add about the high time frame.
Yeah.
I can show something quickly on Ethereum BTC, which
Okay.
is kind of
Okay. Go.
interesting for me.
Okay.
So Ethereum BTC, that's how it looks on the weekly time frame. So essentially, this point of control on the range, which been like how long? 2 years? Yeah, 2 years.
Almost 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, like bounce up to here, then coming back, and essentially it's creating kind of a mini range inside the range.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe we should watch out where this thing breaks out, because if it breaks above this, I don't know if we're gonna see another rejection here, because this zone has been rejected too many times, like the 0.82, something like this. It's been rejected too many times already. So if this mini range starts to break to the upside, what do you think? Do you think we can see this ratio again?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, but let me see, because my point of control is different than yours, actually.
You're using the Coinbase, I guess.
Yeah, Coinbase. Yeah.
Where is it on Coinbase?
It's slightly above us, so we are below the point of control right now.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we take a look at the monthly as well, like the current monthly candle, it's not looking the best. So essentially, there is a potential that the current monthly candle can close below the previous, the monthly that is acting as support right now. So that's a potential as well. Yeah, about Ethereum BTC, that's it.
Where is your next level of support?
For Ethereum BTC,
Mm-hmm.
well, I believe, you know, we have the value area here at 0.62, but I believe because this level didn't leave much of a market structure support, like between, because it didn't leave much of a support on market structure base, I would be looking towards 0.53. We have a fresh monthly there as well.
Yeah, I also have that zone marked out.
Yeah. So
But actually, as you said, I'm looking at Coinbase chart. So my value area low is exactly at the golden pocket. So can you check it? Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, 0.65. We have a few weeks there. Like if I look into the weekly time frame, what I can notice is we have a few equal lows. So here, here, and here. So even if we add this one, it's gonna be the fourth one. So we can potentially like clear them, enter the golden pocket, and then kind of bounce from there.
We also do have the anchored view up there in that zone from the lows. So yeah, I think it's a nice zone of support, by the way.
Yeah, it makes perfectly sense to clear out the lows and make everybody bearish over there, and have them think that we're gonna see, I don't know, 0.46 while we are gonna be in the middle of the range. Oh, sorry, bottom of the range. So yeah, makes sense for me as well. And as we're speaking, BTC is breaking to the upside.
Oh really? Yeah. It was obvious. It was obvious. SPX filled the gap also.
Interesting time, brother. Interesting times.
So DXY is like above support, above resistance, sorry. So I don't want to get too bullish for Bitcoin right now. I'll be looking for a short here. Yeah, definitely. At the zone, yeah, at the upper zone.
Yeah, let's take a look at the order flow together.
300. Yeah, okay.
Let's take a look at that.
New longs coming in.
Yeah, lots of them. Lot of new longs, but essentially, you know, by viewing at this open interest price, it's not worth the short anymore.
Yeah, it's better to wait.
Yeah.
The zone we have mentioned.
Let's see how it goes. Maybe we can get into that trade on live, huh? What do you think?
Let's see. Do you want to check Ethereum versus USD?
Yeah, Ethereum USD. Essentially, to be honest with you, what I was looking at, I was viewing this. Okay, so if I flip the chart, and because me personally, I'm a better person that plays on the short side. So essentially, sometimes when I'm not 100% sure what I'm viewing, I just flip the chart. So essentially, what I was viewing was this kind of zone, you know, resistance, then we kind of flip the support, and here we were back testing it. If I have to make it more accurate, I was looking into this candle close, essentially this week over here. So essentially, that's what I was looking at, and I was just viewing like this. That was my first major idea. But if we have to look at the higher time frames, we're having the best area of resistance over here, 1800.
What do we have there?
We have this. We're gonna take there's gonna be a couple things that gonna happen. Let me just see. Okay, I have deleted it, but we have this high over here, which is a very, very key liquidity level, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And also we're gonna feel some of these single prints that are being left, most likely, because I believe here we have something that's being left. That's not being cleaned, like.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah.
But yeah, at the moment, the first thing that Ethereum has to do is beat the golden pocket in the POC. And the second thing that it needs to do is to beat the daily and the monthly and the value area high. But essentially, we're just range bound.
Do you want to show you my levels?
Yeah.
They're like exactly the same. Yeah. So, to be honest, my idea is to have like a very nice swing short here. Like this would be my first short area, and then this one the second one. And if Bitcoin is at that zone right here at the same time, it will be like very nice. Shit. So yeah, I'm gonna build swing short position here. First first short, second short, then stop loss maybe above this weekly.
Yeah, makes the
I think we gonna have a rejection from here. I don't think we are going to go higher.
Yeah, it makes the most sense because what I'm viewing for Ethereum as well, like what I've been looking at on the high time frame, is just take a look. Is this ABCD? That's what I've been viewing on the high time frame, and if I add the fib time, it's almost there in the same time. Like it's making just the most sense for me for this to happen, you know.
This is going to wreck all the altcoins, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, bro. So yeah, we can be viewing at a few altcoins to short essentially, but we're gonna speak more about it in our private communities. We're not gonna make it public on YouTube. Let's take a look at this, see what's going on here. It's in the order flow there's something interesting happening at the moment.
Aggressive shorts at the highs. Interesting, yeah. We actually hit the value area high of the bigger range. Exactly to the door.
Yeah, and also the 23k psychologically. But I don't know, man. To be honest with you, like having an impulse, then having a little bit of consolidation, then continuation on the impulse. I don't know. It just doesn't seem the kind of day that this is gonna happen. Like, how to explain it? We haven't stopped a single long, by the way, all this way up. So like, I know all the longs are aping in. All the longs are aping in right now. And we have to take some stops in order to continue higher, in my opinion. Like that's the thing that makes most sense for me at the moment.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because all of them are just chilling and they're like, Bitcoin is pumping, like let's add to the long, let's add to the long. And probably a few of them are moving their stop loss up, but
You have few questions, by the way, in the chat.
yeah, if you're okay, we can start like discussing the questions and then we can move on. And then we can summarize everything and we can call it a day.
Okay.
So, first question: do you use fib expansion or fib negative for confluence? I'm gonna let you answer this. Fib expansion or fib negative? What's your thoughts?
I do use them in Confluence, yeah. It's called Fibonacci Confluence actually. But for me, I'm mostly using the Fibonacci retracement and Fibonacci extension tool, and Fibonacci expansion in time to time, nothing more.
Okay, the next question is how do you use log scale, when, why, and etc. So you want to use log scale when you're looking at a very volatile asset on the high time frames. Let's say if you're looking at some altcoin, let's say DOT or FTM, this is when you have to use log scale because simply you cannot see the levels if you have zoomed out. And also if you're using log scale on, let's say, DXY, it's not the best decision because essentially if you look at this high to this low, that's a 10% difference. Okay, so if the difference was like, let's say 100%, let's say this was 200 and this was 100, then yeah, it would make more sense to use log scale. But if something is not volatile and it's not having like a large percentage moves, then it doesn't make sense. What tools do you use the most? Me personally, I use horizontals, volume levels, and mathematical levels. And from the technical tools, what I love the most is the speed fans, the pitchforks, anchored view apps, fractals. There's nothing that I'm limited. I use everything. I don't have like my favorite. It's stupid to me to tell you my most favorite thing, my most favorite tool is this. I don't think it's the best way to work like this, but in my opinion, you should use every single tool and utilize it in your own trading. What's your thoughts about it?
I fully agree with you. Yeah, totally.
Okay. Do you use some different things like CoinAlyze or Trading Light for more confluence or using only exochart? Me personally, sometimes I look at the CoinAlyze spot CVD, but that's only sometimes. It's not like most of the time. Most of the time I use only exocharts. The reason I look at CoinAlyze is because of the CVD on spot that it's showing. No other reason. Like let's just see here. Sometimes there are differences, sometimes they're not, but yeah, that's what I look at. Essentially the CVD and the CVD on spot, but a part of this only exo. Hope that answers your questions. If there's any questions, please write them down in the chat. Me and Joker are gonna answer it to you. I have left our links for the social medias. You can follow Joker on Twitter and you can check my Beacons AI. Every information that we share can be found in the social medias. So if you have any questions, let us know.
What do you think about the order flow here, Wakale?
I feel like it's the same scenario over and over again. Like I'm talking about the past couple days. So like, how to say it? First, the delta is misleading. Like the bearish divergence doesn't play out. Then you kind of get like stopping out the people from the first short, and then you wreck the people from the second short. And at the moment, volume died. Essentially, we're having a lot of buys coming in, but what I see, the most of the buys are not on this candle but the candle before. So essentially, in my opinion, if we're gonna be going down, I would like to see this level lost and essentially get these longs and potentially these longs trapped. So yeah, I'm looking at 22,890. 22,890. Yeah, so essentially flipping the 15-minute candle to the downside, if we have to talk about candlesticks. That's my personal opinion. And overall, it would be I'm still looking at this range. Like if we come below this, I would still be looking into this potentially. Why not? But is this legit? Is this a legit breakout? You have an increase in the delta. You have an increase in the volume. You have a lot of longs coming in.
It looks good. Yeah, it looks good.
Like, I don't want to be the person that's just shorting and shorting and shorting and essentially getting wrecked and wrecked and wrecked. Like, sometimes you just gotta look at the market structure and don't play your bias, just play the charts. Because I could be having a very bearish bias right now, but if I don't have a trigger to entry, if I don't see what I need to see in order to enter a short position, it doesn't make sense to do it. We're gonna see what happens with the DXY, because I think this is what's gonna dictate what's gonna happen. Because you
For
know,
now, it's looking like it's gonna flip the weekly as support, so
yeah,
it looks good. Maybe we can have like a little fake out to the downside, but as a whole, I think we're gonna see higher levels for DXY.
yeah, and also if we look at the DXY on the daily time frame, so essentially the place where the momentum shifts to the upside is on the Monday 6th of February. So then you have, let's just take a look, trap, push up, consolidate, another push up. If you look at the daily candles, this is the first, this is the biggest upside candle for the past 2 weeks.
Week or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah. So this should like give you a heads up that most likely this is gonna continue to the upside. But yeah, we're gonna see what's going on. He said the daily resistance. So essentially, if ES starts to pulling back, and if BTC loses that level with the longs, most likely this is gonna be rotating to the downside.
Mm-hmm.
These are my main thoughts about it. What do you think?
About SPX
Yeah.
or Bitcoin? SPX.
BTC and both. Both.
Yeah, that's my preferred scenario here, as I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
So for SPX, it looks more bullish than bearish for me here, to be honest. The way we broke out of the monthly resistance and the anchored view up, it's looking good. It's looking good. I think in the near 2 or 3 months we're gonna see this level hit this zone. And as I said earlier, together with Bitcoin hitting the 25, 26k or something like that for finishing the fifth wave.
Yep.
For the walkout count.
Makes the most sense at the moment.
I don't know what's gonna happen with DXY then, by the way. If BTC is at 26, 25,
well,
what's gonna happen with DXY?
My thoughts about it, like, if this scenario for BTC is going to play out, what we're gonna see most likely for DXY is coming back to that weekly that we left as support, testing it as support with the POC that you said, and at this moment of time, probably we're gonna be witnessing Bitcoin at 25k. And
yeah.
Right now,
101.
Yeah, and right now the candle that we're looking at could be just a fake out break. So that's, we're playing the probability games. There's nothing 100% certain. We know the scenarios, and we're just gonna play these scenarios, and that's all we need to know.
Totally.
We having some negative delta coming in, by the way, right now. So essentially, I see the shorts getting aggressive again. So I don't know. Maybe there's still a possibility to trap the
They will be
longs.
punished again. They will be punished again.
They will be punished again. Yeah, and we just formed like a mini bullish CVD. So we have to be aware of this as well.
23,300. Yeah, next zone.
Yeah, I see these are all the questions, so I would say that we wrap it up. Do you have anything else to add?
Actually, no, bro. I think we covered all the main topics, all the important zones for Bitcoin, for DXY, for SPX. So I guess we are done. Yep.
Yep. So thank you for watching, guys. Check out our social
Thank you guys
medias.
very much. Thank you, Nico, again for having me on the stream tonight.
Oh, please, man, it's been a pleasure. We're preparing some surprise for everybody. You're gonna see what we're talking about, and thank you for participating in the stream. And yeah, that's it, bro. That's it. We're gonna call it a night. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Have a good night. Bye bye.